We owe the word address to a man named Muhammad al-Adresi, who was a world map maker, and he lived around 1100 to 1165. The name of his book was Book of Roger, but it was a world map. It was one of the most accurate maps in the world. He had longitude and latitude, and he was very accurate. The trivia on this is that he had his south hemisphere at the top, and he had his north hemisphere at the bottom. The other one is that Marco Polo, with his dad and uncle, actually helped him with a part of his map, which is around India, from India to Afghanistan to China. Just getting this out of the way. The point in here is that the word address means accuracy. It has to do with being accurate and knowing where you're going. A postal address is not an address for us, regular human beings. It is an address for postal service because they know how to identify that code and those things together and put them together and bring the mail to you. In the past, there was no navigation system. So actually, you had to know where you're going. We needed road maps. We needed to know something about a building around there. We needed to know how far is it from such and such intersection that was more famous. How far is it before, or how far is it after? Anyway, you needed some more information before you get there accurately. The reason I say this, because I'm going back to being accurate in trying to attract what you want. So, it brings me to a story that once I was in a car with an employee of mine, and we were going somewhere to a meeting, and he was kind of confused about where he's going and things. Anyway, I said, "Don't you know where we're going?" He says, "Yeah." He gives me an address. I look at it, it's postal address. Anyway, we end up pulling to the side of the road. On our phones, we call the place where we were going. They gave us the exact coordinates, basically, as to, it's right before such and such intersection, right by this such and such store. Now, that's accuracy. We had passed it already. So we had to turn around and go over there. Everything was okay. But we had missed our goal. This is very important. You don't want to miss your goal when you're trying to attract something to yourself. Law of attraction. Or another story, in fact, Napoleon Hill talks about this. He goes with his uncle when he was around like 10 or 11 years old. He was a young man. He goes with his uncle, a very good man, and they go hunting for gold. He buys a stake, and they go over there, uncle and nephew go over there, get at it with picks and, shovels and things. They just go at it. Very soon they find some gold. They bring it to the market, and it was not that much, but there was some money. They were excited. They go at it again, but they keep working and working and working and working. No gold. So they go ahead and quit. He says, "I don't think we're going to find any more gold. Before we lose our shirt, we better go back." So he sells his stake and his tools to this junk man, and they leave. The junk man, however, who didn't know anything about gold or digging or mining, he hires a mining engineer. The mining engineer accurately finds gold 3 feet away from where Napoleon Hill and his uncle were digging. 3 more feet, they would have arrived to their address, to their passion, to their desire. But they missed it because they didn't have the proper address. They didn't have the proper coordinates. They did not hire the proper engineer to tell them where it is. You see, today we put it in a navigation system. The navigation system locates you and locates that address according to coordinates, longitude, latitude, like Mr. Addressee, what Mr. Addressee did in making his world map, Book of Roger, or Book of Addressee's map, world map. So, the question is, how do we know we have arrived when it's not a physical thing? Well, I think the question that we can ask ourselves is, how did Leonardo da Vinci know that his painting of Mona Lisa was finished, was a finished product, that he had arrived already to his location? Accuracy of vision? Maybe. What do you think? Here is to here, and here is to now.